Allow me to take you a trip back down memory lane. If you're an OG player like me, you must be thinking what's going on right now and why am I getting nostalgic? For today's video I decided to download custom skins and custom map here so we can relive the old Summoner's Rift and the old Swain model. I started playing League in pre-season 2, back when I was only 9 years old, after getting introduced by my bigger brother around Christmas time, so this hits home for me. I used to play so many games on the old map, and I started maining the old Swain in around season 3, especially in season 4 I really started playing him a lot. Anyway, his kit used to look a lot different. His Q, he sent out his bird via trees, and it would simply just do damage over time, slowing the enemy by shooting laser from its mouth. His W is kinda similar to his current W, except it had much lower range. It would root enemies within after exploding. His old E was simply just a point and click damage over time, and it would amplify your damage by 20%. His old ult was a toggle, pretty much, where he would enter demonic form, deal damage to people around him, and heal greatly. It had a very short cooldown, but Swain, back in the days, was the OG battle mage and drain tank, and he had tons of damage over time, something that made me fall in love with Swain, because I really like seeing enemies tick down. His healing was great. His passive used to give him mana refund on killing enemy champions and minions. Swain has since then underwent a few reworks. Biggest one definitely in season 8, when he got changed from his old toggle ult, an old model one you're seeing on your screen right now, onto the Grand General we know him as today. Enough talk about old Swain, since we cannot play him anymore, but with this custom skin I can now relive some of the fun I used to have with old Swain. I do enjoy new Swain, and he's still my favorite character, but having been an OG Swain main, it makes me really nostalgic to be able to play the old model and old map again. Even if it's the new abilities, I think it's super fun to go back to where it all began for me, back with old Swain. Anyways, let's talk a bit about the game. I'm playing Yone matchup, something you would never see back in the days, because he wasn't even released. And we're off to a pretty good start, where we gathered up a few kills. I'm gonna try build a bit tanky this game, because on old Swain you could build very tanky, like straight up a lot of tank items even. So let's try and get to a part of the game where I'm extremely tanky and draining everyone and unkillable. Just like his old demonic form. Back there he had a lot of healing. But I simply move into river here. I'm gonna start fighting these guys. Look at how I pop the plant to pick them up to gain healing while I'm just stalling in my demonic form. You can see the demonic form is also how his OG ult used to look. So now I just take a plate with Demolish. And I'm gonna back off. But I end up staying because this is not a cannon wave. You remember I've always told you, recall on cannon waves because it's simply the best time. It's where you have most free time to get back, spend your money. You don't want to lose creeps under tower. So I'm just pushing out waves and playing with my jungle, playing with Amumu. Amumu gets engaged on by enemy jungle. I'm gonna try and walk up and help him out. I want to try and one-shot somebody with him. I go for fiddlesticks. But I sadly can't get him because he flashes away. I'm gonna dance a little around. But since Phil ults, I need to flash out. And I simply don't have enough damage yet to kill him. I've actually been really big fan of the Fimbulwinter build lately. Like I'm building it every game. No matter if it's the 100% optimal or not, I don't really care. I'm actually having so much fun being extremely tanky. The HP and shield makes you really hard to kill. And it's extremely cheap, so you get it very early, the 2 item spike, right? Remember, Swain is the best champion on 2 items. So you want to get there. Even on a cheap item, you still get so much value. So now because Morgana is here, I fall a little back But Yon ults, I trade 1 for 1, I'm fine with that. I'm buying Riftmaker this game because I'm gonna get a lot of HP, plus enemy team does not really have too much HP, meaning just getting more amp from Riftmaker, and I wanna get more damage. I simply wanna go Riftmaker instead of the health burn because they don't really have much health. But you'll see me getting into straight up tank items now. We'll get a ton of AP from Riftmaker and I'll be extremely unkillable. But for now, I just push out bots and I'm gonna rotate for this dragon fight. And just pick up a few souls. I'm gonna go mid here. Samira goes mid as well. We're not really on the same page. This game is played in Diamond, so there are macro mistakes from my teammates. You'll just have to bear with that. That is okay. I don't expect them to completely know where to be at all points. That is not realistic. But I'm back mid, clearing their wave. I'm gonna dodge Morgana binding and simply just all in with my ult. Go demon form. We pick off Morgana. Sadly, I cannot live more against this guy, but now I do get a lot of HP, right? Plus 500 HP from those items. So already now I got extremely more tanky, yeah? Because I just got more healing on ults. Passive gives more heal. I have 500 health more. So now I'll be a big problem. Plus Riftmaker gives me 10 AP from 500 HP, right? So we are getting a lot of stats now. I'm gonna bait Fiddlesticks in towards my Amumu because I saw him nearby. Picking up both of them, getting more stacks. With them dead, push out the wave, right? We want to make Yon lose creeps. So when he's dead, don't just be recalling, don't just be standing around. You need to push wave and then you can base. I'm not gonna rotate for Amumu because it's simply just a bad play. I'd rather take 2 plates in mid. That's 250 gold. Right, 250 gold, good value, and I can start buying even more items. Because I took the plate, that means I can afford plated steel caps, which are really good against Yon. They also have a Yasuo. Look, he has Blair the Ruin King, he's melting me, but because I played it, I'm low-key staying alive long enough to be able to kite him when I land E and W, right? So look how tanky I am, he's dead again. Simply push out the wave again, like it's so simple, guys. Once you get the hang of how you need to play League, the game gets really easy to understand. Maybe that's easy for me to say because I have so many games. That is probably the reason. But like, learn the fundamentals, and for example like me, I'm never really confused on where to be or what to do. I end up walking bot, and with a W I can zone off Yon's path, which prompts him to ult into me. Just go demon mode, you're so tanky. I'm gonna try and play this fight with Amumu. So I'm gonna kite up towards river. This is very important. Look, like, don't walk down. You have Fresh and Samira coming, okay? So kite towards them. Don't kite away from them. Because of that, I stay long enough. I bait them up. I get the Fresh shield. We simply clean up. Enemies are dead. Again, rinse and repeat. Push out the wave. If you can't push more, recall, spend your money. If you can get towers, feel free. It's a lot of money. Because Yon TPs, we can't get the tower. But because Yon now goes in, he gets really low, meaning he is not in a position to defend the tower. So I can go down bot now and get the tower, so we can get this money. I'm gonna build towards Spirit Visage Dirt. It's an item you used to go on old Swain as well. And now because I have Fimbulwinter, I also have a little Fresh shield. It's not really that important, but Fimbulwinter shield and ult healing, passive healing, will give me a lot more with Spirit Visage. Plus they have some good amount of AP damage. So just like look on the health I can sustain now. Like with this build and this, like when you go these kind of items, you will experience a lot of healing and it'll feel really good. A lot of people have been complaining about the rework Swain here. His healing feels low, and it really does if you're just building like Blackfire, Liandry, Sonya. Like you're not getting real significant healing or like drain tank sustainability. But with like HP items, the Fimbulwinters, double health scaling runes, Spirit Visage, you get tons of healing and shielding. And you actually become really, really unstoppable and hard to kill. My teammates died mid, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to stop them at Baron, right? Yone is bot lane, he probably have TP. My team are saying you prefer to kill Yone than go Nasha, but it's because they don't understand that there's nothing to do. We had people on death timer. If I don't go bot, Yone takes tower. And if I go bot, he can always just TP up anyway, so I just need to deny him tower. It's a 3 versus 5 on Baron. Even if I come, it's not worth it. But again, I'm playing a diamond tier. I don't expect my teammates to know everything, so I'm just not gonna even start arguing, start getting mad, start doing ego stuff. I'm just gonna mute all and play my own game. I know I can carry this one. I know what I'm doing is right. So we get into a fight, and look at this. I'm really hard to kill. And I do pick off Gangplank here, getting 1000 bounty, which will help me progress in my build a lot. You can see I'm already on 3 items. And with this money, I can already get my 4th item. And we just entered around 20 minutes. So this is really, really nice. I'm gonna just let them take Drake and now go mid and push out the wave. Then we spent our money. I'm building Liandry, also an item we used to go a lot with the old Liandry, right? And this will give me all the damage I need. I don't need any more damage. We can just go full tank now on the last item. I get 300 AP when I stack like Conqueror up. I have Riftmaker, I have Liandry, right? Riftmaker at this point gives so much AP. Riftmaker gives 2% AP on your bonus health, right? And Swain gets a lot of bonus health because of his passive. I have Overgrowth, double health scaling, Fimbulwinter 700 HP, HP on Spirit Visage, HP on all the items. Every item I buy is Spirit Visage. So now, just like look at me, I just run in here. I'm gonna start fighting these guys. HP isn't even the best in this game because they have double Blade of Ruin King, right? So you might be right, like, oh, wouldn't a normal build be better here? Maybe it would. It probably would, but like, I'm just having too much fun lately with these high HP build. And again, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can still build it and you can still dominate like I am doing right now. And you'll see I'm just keep getting stronger and stronger. We win a fight. I'm not gonna chase GP to begin with. I'm just gonna clear out the way first. He did not go far back to recall, so now we chase him. Kill him off and finish pushing out the wave so they get pressured a bit. I'm gonna proc Demolish here. Since I have Fresh nearby, I feel a bit more confident. But now I think it's time to just get out of here so we can spend my 2000 gold and start the building towards Jack Show. This item will give us even more health and it will give us double resistances, which will amplify the resistances we get from Spirit Visage, Plated Steel Caps, etc. So we get into a fight now. I'm just gonna ghost and look at this, just run at them. I have so much HP, I can just tank forever. And every time I get a kill, I get so much healing on passive. You can see there's legit no chance they're killing me. And every time I have E up, Fimbulwinter is up, will grant me a 400 HP, 500 HP shield. So enemy team has a big problem, and the problem is me. So now just push out the waves again, and I'm gonna try and look to get this tier 2 in bot lane, because I already proc Demolish on it, so it should only take one more Demolish and we get it. And by the way guys, I think I got Ocean Soul this game. So just think about it, Spirit Visage with this much HP, Ocean Soul, Fimbulwinter, like I am legit the demon right now. So I arrive a bit late to this fight, but again I am not scared, legit, just transform to the demon. We get chunked by GB here, but like look at this, I can still just transform. I need to flash here to create distance, but look how much they're struggling to kill me. Me and Mundo is alive, but because of the Ocean Soul, you can see I'm regening back up HP. So me and Mundo, we can go back in and start fighting. Every time you hit an enemy with a spell, you just start getting crazy regen, like 100 HP a second. So now I'm back to over half HP. I'm gonna charge at the enemies here. Yon tries to dodge my E, but I'm just gonna be patient, walk up on him. And you can see every passive heal heals me like 450 HP. They don't stand a chance at all. It's not even close. Enemy team needs badly end heal. I'm sure they have, but they need legit unreal amounts of it. I miss my Q somehow on Yasuo, so he just kind of like slippers around a bit. We catch him, and with him dead, we need to push mid wave first before we do Baron, guys. Always push mid wave first before Drake or Baron. You don't want the enemies to be able to pressure mid towers while you're fighting Baron. It gets awkward. Just push the mid wave, and then we can do Baron. With that, I'm gonna walk back in mid again and collect the wave and rotate towards my teammates who are close to top side. But Morgana doesn't see me here because I'm hiding out of Fog of War. So I'm gonna wait for her to walk up and then go crazy. And you can see, even though I have so much HP, like legit, I'm 200 MR, 200 armor, 6000 HP, but I'm still dealing tons of damage because Riftmaker, Liandry are just such good items on Swain. So now I'm just charging into enemy team. They are all running, they cannot fight. Me and Mundo are just so big, both of us, and we're healing a lot, both of us. So my ult does run out, but I'm just gonna push wave here so I can come back in and help Mundo out. Now simply just siege down the base with the enemies dead, and you can see we also have the old inhibitors here, the old everything. All the creeps were old, like the Baron was the old Baron, and I'm just beating up people completely right now. Even with them having armor pen, percent damage on stuff, I'm still so tanky. I had tons of fun playing the old Swain model and old map because it hits so close to home to me. Because I've been a player on League for so long. I love League of Legends. Here are some of the stats on the items. League has always been a very dear game to me. I hold it very close. I'd love if Riot ever does a game mode where we can play the old champions and old before the reworks again. I'd love to try old Swain just one more time with his old abilities. But I still hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.